Coming to you live from the David R. Williams Gymnasium on the campus of Avonworth High School, the Champ Sports Network welcomes you to our coverage of a high school hoops game of the week. Tonight from Avonworth, it's the Antelopes hosting their section rivals, the Quakers from Quaker Valley. Hi, everybody. I'm Matt Fargo, joined alongside Al Lesh. And it's the Lopes and the Quakers in a big game. And these two teams now, very interesting histories, and Quaker Valley's perennially been a consistent program. They put out winning teams year in and year out, and Avonworth is that up-and-coming team. They're looking to try to bring back the history of Avonworth basketball that once was back in the day.
Yeah, the two teams, and the Antelopes, like you said, some rough times the last few years. This year they're pushing for a title, and they're doing a good job of it. Antelopes come in with a section record of 9-0, and overall 13-3, and they are the only team to beat the Quakers, and the Quakers looking for some little bit of revenge here tonight.
Yeah, they are 16-1 on the season. As Al mentioned, their lone loss coming to these Avonworth, as it was a 56-54 contest that Avonworth was able to be victorious in. But looking at these two teams, we were talking about this earlier, Quaker Valley had won 10 years straight over Avonworth consistently and has been able to put on really an impressive streak over Avonworth. And now since then, Avonworth, this up-and-coming team, and I think that Avonworth continues, though, with a 13-3 record to remain under the radar when you're talking about the Class AA world of WPIAL basketball.
You know, while the Antelopes have that sixth man advantage here tonight, this place is packed, Matt. That's standing room only, and 90% of them are for Avonworth, because they're Avonworth, and they're all in red. So the Quakers have got a tall order tonight. I think these Antelopes are going to be leaping high.
No question about it, and the fact that, you know, I was walking in here and one of the ladies taking tickets said, "This is the biggest game of the year." And we're here, and that's why it is,
that's
right?
It.
You're
that's
here.
It. We're all here. Obviously, if you're out there listening, you can't get in this gymnasium. So we're your ticket right now.
Yeah, stick around. It should be a good one, as Quaker Valley, 94 is the highest they've point total this season. Their low's been 54. That loss against Avonworth. And for the other side, for Avonworth, they've scored a high of 86 points, a low of 51. They average 76 points, and the lowest they've given up is 13 points this season. Have the Antelopes. Their defense is one of the best in the WPIAL.
No matter what stat you look at, this is going to be an outstanding game, Matt. It's two teams that are so similar, and in record, scoring, defense, and everything else. I can't wait.
Here's the starting lineups brought to you by Panera Bread. Live consciously, eat deliciously. For Avonworth, they'll bring out the freshman guard, Garrett Day, junior guard, Joshua Draw, sophomore forward, Jamal Hewley, 5'11 guard, he's a junior, wearing 23, Adam Joyce, and Eric Aloop, the forward senior. And for Quaker Valley, they'll put out on the floor Winter Farney, a senior guard, Chris Conlin, the 6'4 junior forward, Tyler Garby, a 6'2 junior forward, and Quadir Taylor, a 6-foot senior, along with a 6-foot senior, Josh Bernard. And we're getting ready as Quaker Valley in the road grays, Avonworth in the home whites. And we're set to tip off one of the best games on a rare Wednesday night hoops edition here on the Champ Sports Network. Ball's in the air. Tip is controlled by Avonworth, and they work it here to the near side. Swinging around the perimeter and drawing on a bounce pass. No look, trying to get it inside. The ball's loose and picked up by Winter Fondy. Still loose and taken away by Avonworth. And Avonworth will set up shop once again. Garrett Day runs the point. He has the basketball, conducting traffic out of the perimeter. Crossover move. Gets it here to the near side wing and throws an intercepted pass that's taken away quickly by Tyler Garby and worked back to the point and Quadir Taylor. Bounce pass inside that gets intercepted. An inside pass intercepted by Joyce and then losing it out of bounds. On the other side was Joshua Draw. We'll send it back the way of Quaker Valley. And we've played just about 40 seconds of basketball, and we still have no score.
Wow. Defense, Matt. We talked about it. Defense.
And up the floor comes Quaker Valley. It's Winter Fondy here to the near side. Gets the basketball back, goes up for a shot, and he is fouled. So that was actually Chris Conlon head of the line. The 6'4 junior will get 2 shots at the line, and an opportunity now for Quaker Valley to take an early lead. Shots in the air and good on the first for the Quakers.
I believe it was Hewley with the foul, Matt.
Second shot on the way and good. 2-0 Quaker Valley as Conlon converts at the line. And Avonworth another trip offensively. Garrett Day to the far side and draw. Back to Day and back to draw as they try to break the press provided by Quaker Valley. They're able to. Got it into Joyce. He's up and fouled. And Adam Joyce will head to the line to shoot 2 for the 5'11 junior. First one by Joyce is good. Minute gone by in the first quarter of this one, 2-1. Quaker Valley on top of Avonworth. And Joyce tries to knot things up with all shots coming from the line, and he misses off the back iron. Rebound pulled down by Draw and worked up to the far side boundary where it's lost out of bounds. And Quaker Valley will maintain possession on the sideline inbound coming up. They work it in to Draw, or to Conlon. Winter Fondy with the basketball and running the point. Looking for an interior pass. He decides to go to his left with it. And Quadir Taylor back over to Fondy and now to the far side wing. Fondy gets it back at center court. Bounce pass over to Taylor. Went off a foot of a lope. And we'll get an inbound from the other side of the floor. At 6:30, still 2-1 to play. Barn burner here at Avonworth.
Finally, you get some half-court action here.
Inside and then back out. Fondy for 3, top of the key, off fire. Rebound underneath by Quaker Valley, and able to pull it out was John Bernard on the rebound. Get it into Bernard. Bernard running the baseline. Up,
wow.
No foul call. Really hard on that one. Back the other way, trying for a steal. It scored. A foul called as Jamal Hewley got the steal. Surprised there was not a foul call on Hewley for that one. Hewley will head to the line for 2 shots. And we've almost played 2 minutes of basketball, and we've yet to see a field goal.
It's all been from the charity stripe.
Hughley's first is up and good, and we're tied at 2.
He's a nice-looking kid. He's put together a nice package there.
Up and good. 3-2, Avonworth's first advantage of the evening. Fondy up the time across the timeline to kick out to get over to Bernard. Bernard on the left side wing to his left in Conlon. And then back out to Fondy. Fondy conducting traffic on a right-handed dribble before swinging here to the near side to Bernard, back to Fondy. Fondy drives inside, interior pass that's taken away. Fondy got his shot back, was up, no foul called. Avonworth gets the rebound, lead pass up ahead, trying to go tic-tac-toe. They cannot do it, but they get the rebound, and it comes back outside to Gallup and then goes off of Quaker Valley, and Avonworth will have the possession. And the Quaker Valley faithful are beside themselves. That's 2 trips, the last 2 trips up the floor, that obvious foul calls that were not called.
Not called, no. Down in a lane or driving a lane and not getting the calls.
And a drive here and dish inside, off the window. 2 short for Eric Gallup. Rebound Quaker Valley. Up the floor, it's Quadir Taylor. Taylor's pressured, gets it out to Bernard. Bernard swings it over to Fondy, who controls the basketball on a left-handed dribble, dribbling to his left, conducting Taylor to go down to the wing, and he works it to his right, back to Bernard. Back out top to Fondy. They work it inside to Conlon, and a foul going to come Offensive foul against Quaker Valley.
No, I think that was just out of bounds.
Oh, did that go out of
bounds?
Yeah,
yes,
it
did.
did.
Whacked it out of bounds.
5 minutes of play here in the first. It's 3-2.
Still no field goals.
Bounce pass here to the near side. It's Galoob. 3-ball, corner pocket, off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down underneath. Thrown up a shot by Garby is no good. Hughley tried an opportunity, and that's missed. Still no field goals in this one.
Galoob had it taken right out of his hands.
3-ball, top of the key, off the rim, thrown up by Bernard. Rebound by QV. Taylor for 3. And it's good, and a foul. Away from the play.
He nailed that 3. And he'll...
Ladir Taylor for 3.
You're saying ball out of bounds.
Right, but there was a foul away from the play.
Afterwards,
yep.
Yeah.
So Quaker Valley's going to get the possession on the baseline even after hitting the 3. They lead 5-3, and our first field goal of the day was drained from the outside by Quadir Taylor. We'll run the perimeter. Interior pass loose underneath, taken away by Avonworth. Garrett Day. He moves it up the floor, kicks it out the... That's Joyce for 3. Off the rim, no good.
Galoob put a nice rebound there.
And then kicking it out to Hughley for 3, and Avonworth able to answer with an outside shot of their own, and we're tied at 5. And then on the other end, a ball that rolls out of bounds. And it will be Avonworth basketball here with 4 minutes to play. We're halfway through the first quarter, and it is 5-5.
You can definitely see the nerves, Matt. Both teams don't want to make that mistake. And in return, neither one of them are getting much in the scoring department.
5-5. Pressure provided by Quaker Valley. Draw, able to work it
nice
in.
Play
Bounce
there.
pass, getting it over to Hughley for 2. 7-5 our score. Back the other way come pull up Jay from Taylor. It's good. Quadir Taylor showing his mid-range jump shot and tying it back up at 7 with 3:25 to go in the first.
That's Taylor. He has 5 of the 7 for the Quakers.
Dalton Day into the lineup for Avonworth. First substitution of the day. All the way back out to Galoob, who saves it. Day able to no-look pass it here to the table.
Comes right to us.
Yeah.
Matt. You catch that?
No, I did not. My athletic ability is, well, I don't want to talk about it.
Well, it was under the table, so in a good way.
Day to inbound, and Avonworth sets up the offense with 3:10 to play in the first quarter. Bounce pass inside. Great diving effort by John Bernard. It goes out of bounds, but Bernard gave up the body there to intercept that pass, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, you relate that to hockey. He just giving up the body to block the shot. He blocked this pass.
Inside, able to maintain dribble, was Hill, and he kicked it out to the far side. Christopher O'Malley into the game for Avonworth. On a left-handed dribble, throwing up a shot is Jesse Zubik, and they'll say before the shot, a foul called against Quaker Valley. And Quaker Valley's faithful here closest to us, and they really haven't had too much to cheer about on this side of the floor, or the other side for that matter.
Being away from the scorer's table, Matt, I can't see who's getting these fouls, and they're not announcing, so
we'll have to try to relay them or even take wild guesses. 3-ball by Day off the rim, no good. Dalton Day threw that one up, rebound to Quaker Valley, pulled out by Bernard, and now the dish inside. Went off a foot.
Wow. They're saying it went off Quaker Valley.
So Avonworth basketball. And they'll bring it across the timeline. Dalton Day into the far side. It is controlled by Draw. Draw will drive. The nice dish. Head fake off the window. Too hard for Christopher O'Malley. And for the second time tonight, I get the basketball. What is this?
The ball magnet, Matt.
Certainly not Chick, so. Rotating it around the perimeter. O'Malley now handing it off to Draw. Draw backing it out at center court. It's swinging it here to the near side to Day. Day conducting traffic, yelling out signals and swinging it over to the far side in Hughley. And on a drive, that's Zubik missing the layup. Rebound to Quaker Valley. And they push it up quickly in transition. Conlon on the slice and dice move. Could not get the bucket to go. Day the rebound.
Wow.
And now a baseball pass up ahead. Now Hughley on the drive. Blocking foul on Quaker Valley. I thought they definitely would have got Hughley on the charge, but they do not. Blocking foul on QV. And that got the entire Quaker Valley faithful to stand up.
They're all standing. The Quaker Valley bench not happy either, Matt. They're all over the official over there.
Shots up and good by Jamal Hughley. It's 8-7 with 1:54 to play here in the first. And almost all of the points have come from the line. 5 points apiece have come from the field. As Hughley converts from the stripe, back the other way come the Quakers. Bernard to his right. And it's Victor Fondy running the point at center court. Fondy bounce pass here to the near side. Back out to Fondy up top. Kick it outside. 3-ball from Bernard. It rims out. Tipped around. And the rebound's pulled down by Joshua Draw. Lead pass and the jam from Jamal Hughley. The alley and the oop. Hughley from Draw for 2. And then a steal by Hughley on the other end. Back the other way comes Avonworth. Far side wing 3-ball is thrown up. And it's good. Draw for 3. 11 to now 14-7. Timeout on the floor by Quaker Valley as Avonworth erupts and has pulled out to a 7-0 lead. 7-0 run there to make it 14-7 with 1:05 to play here in the first. And a huge run there.
Yeah, both teams trying to play the half-court game. It's not working. Avonworth coming out here, running here in the last few minutes, and it's working against the Quakers. And as you said, Matt, free throws, 5 of the 14 points. Well, here recently now with these last couple of threes,
it was 5 of the 9.
5 of the 9 there for a minute were come from the charity stripe, and for Quaker Valley, 2 of the 7. So.
High school basketball on the Champ Sports Network brought to you by Panera Bread. Live consciously, eat deliciously. Panera Bread, serving up high school hoops all season long. Go on PaneraBread.com to learn how you can get a deal on a breakfast power sandwich to start your day off right.
And Hughley has 9 of the 14 for the Antelopes.
Inbound coming for John Bernard. Bernard gets it into Fondy, and Fondy will walk it from the back to forecourt with no pressure. To his left. And they work the outside perimeter. Fondy, a bounce pass to Bernard. Bernard back to Fondy, and he'll set it up shop right at the center A. Bounce pass back over to Bernard on the near side wing. Over to Fondy. Jump step to drive inside. Sat on the rim and fell in. 2 points for Winter Fondy. The 5'11 senior converts. 35 to play first quarter, and an errant pass thrown out of bounds intended for Hughley will be Quaker Valley basketball.
Thought that was intended for you, Matt.
It might have been.
It got stopped on the way. Wow, what a first quarter.
We're packed to the brim here at Avonworth. There are no open seats.
No, they're not.
There are not one.
People are starting to stand along the walls now.
Inbound goes to Fondy. He'll walk it across the timeline with 25 to play in the opening quarter. Bernard back over to Fondy. The alley, trying to get the alley-oop there. It was Aaron. Tipped away, and Adam Joyce came away with the basketball. 15 to play in the first quarter. Joyce still in the backcourt. Had to hand it away. Draw gets the basketball. Works it, throws up a shot at 10 seconds. That rims out. Quaker Valley the rebound. Pulled down by Fondy. Up with 5. 4 seconds. Bounce pass. 3. On its way, off the mark by Taylor. The buzzer sounds, and that's the way we conclude quarter number 1, 14-9. It is Avonworth leading Quaker Valley after 8 minutes.
Wow.
We will take a break, and when we come back, We'll return to Avonworth right here on the Champ Sports Network. Back to Avonworth here on Champs, 14-9 after one quarter. Back alongside Alesh, I'm Matt Fargo. High school hoops continuing here on.
I got the scoring for the quarter for both. His leader is Tandy has 2. Gerald has 2, and Joyce has 2. And there you have it, 4-9. Quaker Valley has the ball here this quarter.
Taylor, the far, no good. Pulled down by Avonworth, and then quickly they get it over to Loop. Control, lost basketball, taken away by Tyler Garby. Garby sets up things and settles it down. Bernard, and out of the far side wing, taking it away. Bernard for 3, top side right. A foul is called. He misses the shot, but Bernard is headed to the line for 3.
Yep. I believe that was Zubik with fouled him out the point land.
4-3 in team fouls. Shots up and good for Bernard, the first one. Second one on the way and good.
Rattles that one home.
Makes it 14-11, and some substitutions checking in for Quaker Valley. Into the lineup, Trayvon Marshall, the 5'11 junior, checks in. Quaker Valley working away from us. We're actually on the baseline of where Avonworth will be shooting for the first half.
Garby hits his trifecta.
And 12-14 our score as Avonworth up the floor. Draw with the basketball. A slice and dice move. Lost control of the basketball. Taken away by Travato. Travato trying to go all the way to the rack. Misses the shot. But the tip in was good by Tyler Garby, the 6'2 junior, following the basketball. And we're tied at 14. So a 7-0 run by Avonworth is responded by a 7-0 run by Quaker Valley. Crossover move and a throw up a shot by Day. Misses. Rebound to Quaker Valley. They move it up quickly. And a kick out. Nobody was home, but a foul before the ball rolled out of bounds. And I think this is going to be picked up by Quaker Valley. I think Garby's going to pick up the foul. That will be Quaker Valley's fifth.
Right.
With 6:48 to play here in the first half, the inbound gets into O'Malley. And Dalton Day will bring it across to the far side. Pass inside.
Watch out, photographers.
I know. No one touching that wearing gray, so back to the way of Quaker Valley as that errant pass found its way out of bounds. Off of a lope, 14 all. Conducting traffic as he walks the ball up across the timelines, Winter Fondy. Fondy over to Bernard and back to Fondy. Trying to get it inside to Taylor. It rolls all the way to the center line, very close over and back. They're able to get it over to Garby, who drives, kicking away to Fondy, who kicks out to Bernard, and Bernard pulls it out. Back over to Fondy. No look pass to Taylor for 2 on the baseline pass.
Nice dish there.
And a timeout taken by Avonworth.
I believe that was Marshall with the 2.
Oh, that was Trayvon Marshall for two.
That was a great assist by Fondy, man. He no-look pass right there on the baseline.
5:59 to play here in the second. It's 16-14 as Quaker Valley has now recaptured their early
lead. Yeah, by 2 points to equal that lead.
And after the quick 30-second timeout taken by Avonworth, man, you're almost seeing kind of a mirrored last couple minutes that you saw from Avonworth when they pulled out to that 7-0 run. Now a 9-0 run here by Quaker Valley to answer the 7-0 run by Avonworth.
That's pretty good running against the Antelopes.
Avonworth will bring the basketball up. It's Joshua Draw bouncing over to the far side. Dalton Day for three. He misses, and the rebound underneath Quaker Valley. Pushed up ahead as throwing up and fouled
he
it
got
hard.
Hammered.
Was Trayvon Marshall, and Marshall's going to the line for two.
That's Dalton Day on the foul.
5:40 to play here in the second. 16-14 our score. Hughley. Who did they give that foul to?
Dalton Day.
They give it to Day.
Number 33, he said. I did see that one.
Yeah, this is a bad angle for catching fouls. So Marshall's first is on the way and good. Extending Quaker Valley's advantage to three at 17-14 with 5:40 to play here in the second. Second one is missed, and the rebound to Avonworth. And they bring it up the floor. It's Garrett Day across the timeline on a right-handed dribble, swinging it to the far side wing. Over to his counterpart, and now up top for three by Eric Aloop. He misses the three ball. The rebound underneath by Quaker Valley. Lead pass up ahead, and a shot thrown up. Offensive foul.
Wow.
Called on Trayvon Marshall. Quaker Valley really has not been able to buy a call tonight.
And that's their sixth foul, Matt. Next foul puts Avonworth in the bonus.
17-14, 5:15 to play. First half, and Day across the timeline. Day still with it. Left-hand dribble, bounce pass to get it over to his bro, Dalton. They go Day to Day there. It's just daily.
We'll go on for days here.
I'm going to leave that one alone.
Three ball, top of the key. It is good. Eric Aloop draining one. And back tied at 17. Under 5 to play first half. Fondy with the basketball. Works it to the far side wing. Off some hands. And it came down in the hands of Aloop. And Day walks the ball up and then hands it off to Joshua Draw, who will return it the rest of the way into the forecourt. Into the near side wing of Garrett Day. Almost got his pocket picked by Fondy. But it's able to work it over. Deep. Three by Aloop.
Wow, that was
off the back iron.
That was an NBA three.
And a foul off the rebound. And I believe they're going to get Tyler Garby for the foul.
I think, yeah.
I thought I saw a 1-4. That will be the seventh. And it will be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Jamal Hughley, the 6'1 sophomore. Will head to the line for a possible pair. First one up and good. He'll get another. You were talking about Hughley's frame for a sophomore.
Yeah, he's put together. He's you can tell he goes to the gym, and not for basketball.
Yeah, he's a Lope. He's a Lope football player.
He's doing some weight training. That's for sure. He trains them both.
Good on the second. 19-17. Avonworth back in front. Cross-court pass. They get over to Garby. Now to the far side wing. Push back out to Bernard. Bernard, right-handed dribble, works it over to Winter Fondy, who sets up shop. Bounce pass over to Bernard on that near side wing. He likes to pull up for three, and a foul on the floor.
That was a good give-and-go play by the Quakers, though. That foul's going to go against Day. And that's Avonworth's third foul of the half.
They get it inside, and the shot up and good by Chris Conlon, the junior. And we're back tied at 19, 3:45 to go. Second quarter, no one's led by more than, 8? Nice crossover move by Day, but he lost control of the basketball. Taken away by Garby. Up ahead to Fondy. Fondy going all the way up and fouled.
Right down the lane, and he gets fouled. Right down the lane. The Red Sea parted, and he says, I'll take that.
And then he drawing the contact, and this 5'11 senior headed the line for 2 shots and trying to give Quaker Valley back the lead here.
Gets the first one. And quickly, Avonworth, their fouls are up to 6 now. So the Quakers will be in the bonus on the next foul by the Antelopes.
Converting from the line.
A 2-point game again.
And then an interception taken away by Bernard. Bernard, lead pass up ahead, lay it up and score. Got the very friendly bounce off the rim. That was Jake Travato getting the 2. To the far side wing, and Avonworth controlling the basketball. Lost control, and that way out of bounds. Good call by the officials. Adam Joyce was a good 2 feet out of bounds when he touched the basketball. Whoever came up with the idea for Quaker Valley's numbers, black on gray with a less than stellar gold trim.
They did that a while back for the hockey jerseys, and it was like the black numbers on the black jerseys with white little bit of white trim.
There's a baseline jump shot by Conlon, missed, but a rebound underneath by Quaker Valley. The hook shot is good. Falling down on his wallet was Winter Fondy. But getting the 2 to go and extending the lead out to 25-19 are the Quakers. Offense for Avonworth to the far side wing in Gallup. Pass inside, too hard off the glass by Garrett Day. Pulled down by Quaker Valley. Conlon the rebound. He kicks it out and then goes inside. Fondy running the point as he has most of this first half. 2 minutes to play in it. Into the near side, Bernard tipped and saved only momentarily by Hughley as it goes out of bounds off of Avonworth, and 3-man substitutions coming in for the Lopes as Dalton Day returns, as does Christopher O'Malley, along with Jesse Zubik, the football star. Inbound from the baseline. Quick passing by Quaker Valley. Gets it here to the near side to Bernard. And then Garby. And then pulled out to center by Winter Fondy with 1:45 to play in the first half. 25-19. Cross-court pass to the far side wing. Controlled by the Quakers after Bernard, who airballs the 3, but the put back by Quaker Valley is good. And are you going to give that to
Garby?
Was it Garby? I was getting a nice screen there. 27-19 our score now. 1:20 to play. Outside wing. Head fake by Day as he kicks it out to the far side wing. 3 is good. Drained by Adam Joyce. With 1:10 to play, 27-22. Fondy here to the near side to Bernard. To the far side wing and Garby. Back out to Fondy, who sets up shop with 55 to play.
Now to play a little 4 quarters and play for the last shot.
Down to 40 seconds.
Everybody just standing still, waiting for the clock to run down. Now they pass it across.
Here to Bernard. Bernard stands at center, at the center stripe with 30. Now Fondy gets the basketball. The offense yet to start wheeling here.
25 to go, and here goes Fondy.
Yep, bounce pass inside baseline, out of bounds, off of Quaker Valley. Wait, officials will talk this one over.
Yep.
And they are going to say
Quaker.
Quaker
Oh, no.
Valley ball.
No, Quaker Valley ball.
Yep. Inbound goes all the way out to the point to Garby and now to Travato.
15 to go.
As Fondy stands with the basketball, works it to his left, back to Fondy. Here to the near side, Travato. 5 seconds to play. Bounce pass inside. Fondy off a few legs, going up for the shot, and it's good at the buzzer. How about that? Winter Fondy at the buzzer. Way off balance shot. How did he get it off? Could have been fouled. Either way, he's able to hit it. And at the break, after 16, Quaker Valley leads Avonworth 29-22. And what was really entertaining, even though albeit low scoring, very entertaining first half.
Wow. Yeah, up and down the court. And it started out slow, but it quickly picked up. And we got a good one, Matt. I mean, even though it's a 7-point game right now, it's anybody's game.
We'll take a break and we'll come back on our high school hoops game of the week. Quaker Valley leading Avonworth at halftime, 29-22. It's all served up by Panera Bread. Back here on the Champ Sports Network after these words.
I'm Scott Davis, the head of Panera Bread's culinary team, and I want to tell you about our new spinach power salad. The idea behind this salad is to give you sustainable energy to get you through the day. We started with baby spinach. Can't get better than that for a green. Roasted mushrooms, take some olive oil, you season them up, heat them over the fire real hot, caramelize them, add a hard-boiled egg to that, a little applewood smoked bacon, great smoky Vidalia onion vinaigrette that we created, and you top it off with some frizzled onions just for some fun. The new spinach power salad, only at Panera Bread. And don't forget Panera for all your catering needs.
There once was a boy wizard whose name was Larry Smarter.
Larry, why weren't you in Professor Dinky Doodle's mythical creature classification class?
Well, I'm taking Algebra 2 in a foreign language.
Oh, so you can talk to unicorns?
Exactly. Unless they're French.
Larry wanted to go to college, so he visited knowhowtogo.org to find the classes he really needed. Getting into college doesn't happen magically. Learn more at knowhowtogo.org.
Brought to you by the American Council on Education, Lumina Foundation for Education, and the Ad Council.
I'm Janelle Wright, a Panera Bread customer. I am the mother of 4 children, and I'm a professional violinist. After eating, I know that I'm fueled for the day and I feel satisfied. To me,
And welcome you back here on the Jam Sports Network. Our presentation of high school hoops. Back with Al Lesh. I'm Matt Fargo. Emily back in the studios providing all of her help and making us sound so good.
Yeah.
Mr. Lesh, what do you have for us after 16?
All right. Nobody really in any foul trouble. Zubik for the Antelopes has 2, and Taylor and Marshall each have 2 for the Quakers. Scoring-wise, Fondy for, I'll just go right down the list here. Fondy for Quaker Valley has 8. Conlon has 4. Garby has 4. Taylor has 5. Bernard has 3. Marshall has 3. And Travato has 2. That totals 29 for Quaker Valley. For the Antelopes, scoring goes like this. Drawl has 3. Hughley has 11. Joyce has 5. Galloop has 3. And that totals 22. And there you have it, 29-22 at halftime.
At the break. And we were talking earlier about these programs, and Avonworth trying for their first section championship since 1974.
That's a banner year for me.
It was a banner year for you. You're going to age yourself by saying this.
Yeah, that's when I graduated.
I wasn't even a thought. I wasn't even a thought. It wasn't even a no.
I think I knew your
Jam
mommy.
Sports Network was not even close to being thought of. Yeah, so
Hey, moms and dads, can you please pick up your little girls in the hallway? Thank you.
okay. Well, there was a nice halftime performance by some very youthful young ladies.
The cheerleaders from Avonworth.
Yes. Great job, as always. And Quaker Valley, their last section championship wasn't since 2005, so it's been a few years.
For a perennial powerhouse.
Right. I mean, Quaker Valley's been able to put good records on the board, but really this section has kind of been known not to be able to do much in the WPIAL postseason, and that's the way it's kind of gone. I kind of have a feeling that these two teams are going to at least be in the quarterfinals, if not further.
Oh, absolutely. They're 2 good programs right now, and they're pushing the envelope for the record. So one, if not both of them, like you said, should go fairly far in the playoffs.
1, 6, 4.
So, high school basketball on the Champ Sports Network, served up by Panera Bread. Live consciously, eat deliciously. Panera Bread. Going on to PaneraBread.com to learn how you can get a good deal, Al, on a breakfast power sandwich to get your day started right.
And I'm sure I haven't had one, Matt.
You need to.
But I've had just about everything else at Panera Bread. I haven't had I'm never there for breakfast.
Right.
So, but I'm gonna have to try one.
Right. Well, at least you didn't say somewhere else.
Well, I'll drive my VW here next.
There you go. Three Rivers Volkswagen, our good friends over there. And actually, since you brought it up, and since we had Hoops for a Cure this weekend. And on Monday, we were at Hoops for a Cure event at Penn State Greater Allegheny. We raised thousands of dollars for Thon, and that was a cool event for champs to be a part of. Thon, of course, the huge Penn State raising money for pediatric cancer and that hospital over there, and they do such a great job every year, those kids at Penn State. And it was cool to be a little bit a part of it. But since you bring up Three Rivers Volkswagen, we want to send our best well wishes to the owner, Kathy Tennant, who was diagnosed with cancer, and she obviously is gonna battle through this, and we wish her all the best and a speedy recovery and all the strength that she needs to battle such a tough disease.
Absolutely.
Well, on a more positive note, this game going to start the second half here. 29-22, and I always said it earlier, this game's going a long way to deciding who wins this section here at Section 6 in Class AA. Avonworth, with the victory, would clinch at least a share of the title. Quaker Valley would move them one half game behind Avonworth should they win. So half a game behind.
Okay. Looks like we're ready to go. I can't tell.
Avonworth gets the possession to begin things. And they'll get it on the far side here on the near side wing. It's controlled.
Hughley.
Inside, and it is good for two. Jamal Hughley for two, and Avonworth gets 2 points on their first trip up the floor here in the second half. Quaker Valley using that outside perimeter, setting up shop. They'll be working towards us here in the second half. Spin around shot, throw up a shot. It is good by Conlon. Chris Conlon, relative of Marissa Conlon, who was a big star at Our Lady of the Sacred Heart basketball program.
Did not know
Conlon
that.
background for you. Avonworth on the offensive possession. Draw, works it baseline. Hook shot's
Nice.
good from Erica Loop. Well done on the backdoor play. 31-26, Quaker Valley to the baseline with it. Up top. And then here to the near side. It is controlled by Quadir Taylor. Worked over by Fondy, lost by Fondy. Lead pass up ahead to Draw. Draw letting it up, and good for Garrett Day's layup. 31-28. Quickly up the floors, Quaker Valley setting up shot. Quadir Taylor runs the point. Here to the near side wing. And Tyler Garby back over to Taylor. And Taylor over to Fondy. Fondy conducting traffic. Over to the far side wing. And Bernard. Here to the near side and Garby. They'll run that outside perimeter. Into the near side wing in the corner, it's Garby. Tried to go off a hand of Day, was able to find Bernard and then lost it off of the hand, and Garrett Day gets the interception, throws it over to Draw for three off the rack. Put back is good by Erica Loop. And it's a 1 point game, timeout Quaker Valley. And Avonworth explodes to begin here in the second half. It's 31-30.
Wow. The running and gunning again. And the one play was started by Hughley in the paint. He just literally ripped the ball out of the hands of the Quaker Valley player, and he threw it up court, and easy layup for, I believe that was Galoof got the easy layup. It was Day. Day got the easy layup. And then Galoof follows up on this last one. And the Antelopes are all over the glass right now.
So, Mike Mastriani calling a timeout, talking things over. Avonworth led by Dan Bradley, their head coach. Bradley rocking the red suit jacket tonight. I'm liking it.
Quaker Valley's the only team that's called a timeout so far tonight.
Avonworth called one.
Oh, they did.
After that run.
Yeah, they did. I forgot that was full timeout, too.
After the QV timeout, they have the basketball. And on the far side, it's Bernard handing it off to Fondy. Fondy here to the near side to Taylor. Over to Garby. Quickly over to Fondy, and then worked it far side. Corner pocket three off the rim. No good. And the rebound pulled down by Avonworth Hughley, and then lost. And who are they going to say it went out of bounds on, as there's a conference
Quaker
between
Valley.
officials.
Out on Quaker Valley. Antelope ball.
with 5:38 to play here in the third. 31-30 our score.
Oh, this is reminiscent of the JV game right before this, Matt.
Went in overtime. No one wants to see any more overtime. Three in the air and good. Eric Galloop from beyond the arc. And Avonworth's up 33-31.
That dropped through without any iron.
Outside is Quaker Valley, desperate for points on this trip. Taylor, Fondy, and now into the game, Jake Travato, who checked in.
Avonworth playing that tight 2-3 defense. It's forcing Quaker Valley to use the perimeter right now.
Garby in trouble. Nearly threw that one away, rolling out of bounds, and they're going to say off of Quaker Valley, Avonworth basketball. They're going to say that John Bernard got the last nip of the rubber.
And that one could have gone either way.
Yeah. That's pretty much the way it's gone for Quaker Valley, though. Anything that's been 50-50 has been 100% in favor of Avonworth. There's a quarter pocket three, and falling down was Avonworth's Adam Joyce, and they could have called a foul there, but no call. And then a nice drive by Fondy. The layup is missed. Ball's on the floor. A scrum for the basketball. Galupe comes away with it and hands it off to Day, who moves it up the floor and is fouled. There's some Avonworth youth, and I'm talking maybe middle schoolers, maybe even elementary schoolers that have made their own student section.
What a play there.
Baseline pass to draw for two, 35-31. QV back the other way, lost control of the basketball, taken away by Hughley. Hughley settling it down as he was contested with it, was able to get it away. And Avonworth setting up, Draw with the basketball. Draw still with it, moving to his left, works it up, top of the key for three by Hughley, off the rim, no good. And it's pulled down by Bernard and worked up ahead here to the near side to Taylor, far side to Taylor. And Taylor getting contested with the basketball, nearly a steal. Kicked it out for three, it's good. Drained on the play, and that was, look at that, Jake Travato hit that three.
That was Travato, yes.
These numbers are just,
they're really hard.
Hook shot, bucket, and the foul on the other end, Adam Joyce. Adam Joyce, the hoop and the harm. And Joyce is going to the line for one.
I didn't see who got that foul. Joyce will shoot one here.
And Joyce completes the three-point play the old-fashioned way from the charity stripe. 38-34, a four-point ball game in favor of the Lopes, who are putting their undefeated section record on the line against Quaker Valley. Inside, Conlon tried to go behind the best pass. What a play to Day, but Day could not control it, and it goes out of bounds off of Day, but a terrific pass by Jesse Zubik.
Double 1-1, and unfortunately one couldn't hold it.
Well, actually, it went out of bounds off of Quaker Valley, so Avonworth will get the possession. Zubik outside for Gallup for three, clanging off the rim hard.
He gets his own rebound.
Was able to get the rebound and kicked it outside to Day, and Day settles it down out to Zubik. Zubik bounced pass inside. There was a lot of traffic, and he threw it away. And it will be Quaker Valley basketball with 2:43 here in the third. It's 38-34.
Wow, catch your breath.
Taylor with the basketball up top to Fondy. Fondy yelling out signals and getting it back over to Taylor, who returns the favor. The far side perimeter ball movement by Quaker Valley. They've done it all game. Inside, then a kick out to Taylor. Head fake, running the baseline, throwing up a shot that just misses the outstretched hand of Jamal Hughley, going for the block, and he lays it up and in for two. Terrific play.
Right down the baseline.
38-36. And Avonworth tries to go on the baseline. And a foul called. And it will be a offensive foul. And that's the right call.
Oh, yeah,
as
absolutely.
there was no doubt the Quaker had him seat fed. I believe that was Bernard who had him seat fed.
Yeah.
Or feet set.
Yeah, on the baseline. At any rate, there was no getting to the hoop through him.
2 minutes to play in the third. It's a 2-point game. Great game. No one's led by more than 8.
And
Fondy.
That was only briefly.
Yes. It was a 7-point Quaker Valley lead at half. That quickly evaporated. Here's a three by Taylor, and back on top on the Quakers. 39-38 as Taylor drains it from beyond the arc.
He starts out the same way he started the first half with 5 quick points.
A minute 30 here in the third. Backing down is O'Malley. The hook shot would not fall. Hughley throwing up the shot. He is fouled. Could not get the roll in the bucket, but he'll get a chance to earn 2 at the line.
I think that was on Bernard, if I'm not mistaken.
Good on the first. Minute 22 to play here in the third. And Hughley trying to give Avonworth back the lead. Shot is good, and it's 40-39 Avonworth. Across the timeline. Here to the near side, it's Taylor. Bounce pass over to Fondy. Fondy working it over to the far side wing, and back here to the near side. Taylor again for 3. Too short. Rebound underneath by Day. Day, the bounce pass to get it over to Zubik. Zubik, no look outside pass to Dalton Day. Back inside to Zubik, who's up and fouled. He's going to shoot 2 with 57 seconds to play here in the third.
I think that was Fondy with the foul. That's the 4th of the half for Quaker Valley.
And it's Jesse Zubik, the 5'10 senior, misses his first as it rims out. Zubik was a star on this very successful Avonworth football team this past season. And missing there, Avonworth losing to Cardinal World North Catholic, who eventually went on to win the WPIAL and PIAA state championship. Quaker Valley will sit with 40 seconds as Fondy holds the basketball. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's great. Absolutely fantastic.
The fans all into it.
40-39. Down to 20 seconds here in the third quarter. Fondy still handling the basketball.
Holding it like a loaf of bread under his arms.
Now we'll start.
Yep, there we go.
Bounce pass over to the far side wing. Travato in trouble, able to get it out. 3 is in the air, off the rim. Rebound underneath, though. Kicked it away, and at the buzzer, Zubik had a shot and misses, and that's the way the third quarter will end.
Zubik, I don't think, realized he had a few more seconds than he did. I think he thought the clock was about to come to a close, and he could have taken a few more dribbles and gotten in closer.
But after 3, it's a 1-point game. Avonworth leads Quaker Valley 40-39. After trailing by 7 at halftime, they erupted for a 9-0 run to begin the third quarter, and now lead it after 3 by 1, 40-39. And I think maybe the most interesting point is the points have been pretty well distributed on both sides of the floor.
Yeah, there's nobody just running away. To this point, Hughley for the the Antelopes has 15 to lead the way. And for Quaker Valley, wow, it's Taylor with 10. So, I mean, Quaker Valley's scoring is like all through their lineup, and Avonworth, it's just 4 or 5 guys that have got all the points. So, but yeah, you can't really say that, stop this guy and we'll win. It's not the way it is for either one of these teams. Foul-wise, so far in the second half, Avonworth has 1 and Quaker Valley 4. So,
and it will be Quaker Valley that has the basketball to begin our 4th frame. The JV game went into overtime, and this one we would not be surprised to see more. Here to the near side wing. It is controlled by John Bernard. Bernard over to Fondy. The head fake. Back over to Bernard. Wide open look. Corner pocket 3. Too short. Rebound underneath. Pulled down by O'Malley. And a lead pass up ahead to Zubik, who's up and fouled and will shoot 2.
I think Fondy's going to get the foul.
And that looked to me all ball, Al.
I was going to say the same thing. I was going to, yeah. He's going to get 2 shots, and I was going to say traveling on Zubik because he went up with it and came right back down with it.
So Jesse Zubik returns to the line for Avonworth. 7:33 here in the 4th, and Zubik converting at the line for his first
point.
One more coming up.
That's his first point of the game. Missed his first 2 free throws right toward the end of the 3rd period.
And Zubik now 50%. I'm not a math major, but I figured that out.
Yeah, that's.
we got a foul after the play, and that's going to go against Avonworth.
I think that's O'Malley.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We're on the opposite side of the scores table in the corner, so it's kind of a little bit of a guessing game on the fouls. 42-39, 7:30 to play in regulation. Avonworth leads this one. Far side wing, it's controlled by Bernard. Bernard out to Fondy up top. Swing it around to Taylor. Back over to Fondy. Fondy back over to the far side wing and Bernard, who works inside and then pulls it back out. He's double teamed. Able to get a bounce pass away. No look pass to the baseline to Travato. Then they work it back over to Fondy. Taylor's calling for the ball, but he couldn't get the ball. And a lead pass ahead to Zubik. Zubik lays it up. Tip-in's no good either. And a foul is called off the rebound. And it's going to be against Avonworth. Judging by the clapping by Conlon, I would have to say it had to be on Avonworth.
45 again. That's O'Malley. And he'll leave the game.
Christopher O'Malley, the 6'3 junior, checking out. And Dalton Day back into the game for the Lopes. 42-39. 7 minutes to play here in the 4th. Quaker Valley, the trailing, but they have the basketball. Fondy up top. Here to the near side, it's Taylor, who has shown his long-range ability. Bernard on the far side and swing it over here to Taylor. Now on a drive, it's Fondy up and fouled. And Fondy, a heads-up play, knew he wasn't going to get any chance at the basket, but able to draw the contact, and he's going to head to the line for 2.
And I believe Hughley takes the foul. It should be his second. And the team's 4th this half.
6:39 here in the 4th, 42-39. Missing the first.
Wow, that one rattled in and out.
Is Winter Fondy. Senior will get another.
Not a forgiving rim on that one.
Good on the second.
And it's a 2-point game.
Both of these teams averaging about 70 points a game. Just a 40-point game here tonight. 42-40. Baseline jumper by Hughley is missed. The rebound underneath by Conlon, and lead ahead to Fondy. Nice crossover move, driving the lane. The kick out to Taylor for a deep two. It's no good. Zubik the rebound. And up ahead and throw it away. It's going to be off of Avonworth. Quaker Valley ball. It's 6:12 to go in regulation.
Here we go, running up and down the court again. Unfortunately, neither team able to convert at the end of those runs.
Quakers around the perimeter. Here to the near side, it's Taylor. Bounce pass over to Fondy up top. To Bernard. And back over Fondy and now Taylor. Taylor gives it away to Bernard, who now is at the top of the key. Worked it down low to Conlon momentarily before swinging it back out to Taylor. Now Bernard with the basketball. Contested with it. He is. Fondy able to kick it away. Out to Bernard. And now here to Taylor, who will pull up for three. Off the rim, no good. Underneath, another rebound. It was Eric Galloop who pulled it down and led it ahead to Draw. Draw gets it and works it to the far side corner. Driving is Zubik for two. Jesse Zubik some way, somehow gets it to go. 44-40. Taylor with the basketball on the near side wing. Up top to Bernard and now back over to Taylor. Taylor, two dribbles before passing over to Fondy and now back over to the far side wing of Bernard. Worked it up top, bounce pass back out. Bernard for three in the wing. Could not go. Easy rebound, uncontested for Hughley. Ahead to Draw. Draw inside and then back out. It's intercepted by Taylor off the tip. Taylor weaving his way through the defense. Pulls up from 15 feet. It's good.
Wow, he drove in, got the defense to back up, and he pulled up about 8 feet out and just put the jumper up and rattled it down.
Three ball from the far side wing. It's in and out. No good, but getting his own rebound and kicking it away was Galloop. Zubik able to work it to the far side wing and draw. Draw out to Zubik, who drains the mid-range jumper. And a timeout on the floor with 4:17 to play. Up and down the floor here at Avonworth David R. Williams Gymnasium. It's 46-42, still in favor of the Lopes of Avonworth.
Avonworth will take their 30-second, they're one of their two 30-second timeouts here. Try to figure out what's going on. With the lead, 46-42. And Zubik coming on here in the fourth quarter, Matt, was quiet the whole game. He's got all of his 6 points here in the fourth quarter. In fact, he's the only Antelope to score here in the fourth quarter.
So after the timeout, 46-42 here with 4:17.
Team fouls. Quaker Valley has 5, and the Antelopes of Avonworth has 4.
Quaker Valley basketball after the Avonworth timeout. Bernard will drive the baseline. The behind the back layup is missed. And a rebound by Hughley ahead to Day and now to Draw. Draw across the timeline from forecourt to from backcourt to forecourt. Zubik on the near side wing. Inside to Day. Missing the wide open layup attempt, but the rebound was taken down by Conlon. Spin move by Taylor. Taylor for two. It is good. And Taylor with the fist pump. And a timeout taken by Quaker Valley. It's 46-44. And a great play by Quadir Taylor to get the spin move to buy separation and then driving in for the teardrop. It's a 2-point game with 3:30 in, an eternity left. And we're in for a good one here.
Oh, yeah.
Down the stretch.
Yep, it's going to be a good one. 3:38 remaining, and both teams have a bunch of timeouts. Well, both teams have two full timeouts, and Avonworth has one more 30-second timeout. So buckle up and hold on, because here we go. 2-point game. Taylor has got his Quakers all pumped up right now.
Battle of the top two teams in Section 6 in the WPIAL's Class AA. 46-44 our score. To the far side, and here's Avonworth as Quaker Valley will pressure the basketball. They're able to get it into the forecourt as Zubik is able to handle the basketball, handed it off, and then losing it out of bounds off of Quaker Valley. Erica Loop threw it off.
Marshall.
Who had just checked into the game, Trayvon Marshall. Garrett Day into draw. Draw on a right-handed dribble here to the near side. Hughley worked it back inside a draw. Up and under move for two. 48-44. Back the other way. A steal momentarily by Day. Taken back away by Quaker Valley. And they call a timeout with the possession with 3:09 to play in the fourth. 48-44.
According to my calculations, Matt, that's Quaker, at least Quaker Valley. One more timeout with 3:09 remaining.
And as we mentioned, down the stretch here, might want some timeouts that you no longer have.
Well, Quaker Valley was right. It was right along the sideline there, and I think the Quaker Valley player had a chance. If they didn't call timeout, his foot might have squirted out of bounds because he was squirming around. That was a good call there.
Either falling out of bounds or getting called for the travel by squirming around. Either way. And this is such an important possession down by 4 that you don't want to take any chances there.
Yeah, you need points on this trip. So,
high school basketball, the Champ Sports Network, served up by Panera Bread. Live consciously, deliciously. Panera Bread serving up high school hoops here on the Champ Sports Network. Football schedule came out earlier this week. The Panera Bread Bowl will return next year. Myself and Charlie Batch be on the call. Charlie's out at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Lucky.
He didn't bring us.
He didn't. Oh, it's cold there anyway.
That's true.
Here's Quaker Valley after the timeout. Taylor, double team, got to get it away. He was able to. Luckily, Fondy was there. He throws it. Offensive foul.
On Fondy.
No doubt as Fondy lowered his shoulder. And falling down was Garrett Day. And whether or not Fondy applied enough forearm pressure to get Day to fall down, that will remain a mystery. But a heads-up play for Day to at least aid him on that one.
Yeah, unofficially I've got Fondy with 3 and 6 for the Quakers right now.
Pulling it out at center court is Joshua Draw. Draw working over to Jesse Zubik. Zubik over to the far side and Erica Loop. Adam Joyce with the basketball and back over to Garrett Day. And they work this outside perimeter with a 4-point lead. And then,
Loop
out
goes
of bounds,
down hard.
No foul call, though, and he was being guarded by Jake Travato, a senior.
Popped right back up, so thankfully no harm, no foul.
Zubik gets the basketball off the inbound. Over to Joyce. Joyce works it inside. Great passing. Tic-tac-toe to get it over to Galope. 50-44. Inside. Shot. Offensive foul again.
That's going to go against Bernard. And I showed him is that his third. And that'll send Avonworth to the line.
The rest of the way.
As
that's player control, so no shots coming there. But bonus time for Avonworth the rest of the way with 2 minutes to play, and they lead 50-44. They have the basketball. Zubik with the basketball now. Bounce pass to get it over to Joyce. Slid his feet, no call. And they pull it out. And Avonworth's content to waste some time on this trip.
Wide
and
open.
Then another play to the baseline.
And it rolls in.
And oh boy, Adam Joyce gets that layup. And it sat on the rim for about 3 minutes before it found its way through the cylinder. Timeout taken, 52-44. Avonworth's largest lead of the night comes at 1:45 to play in regulation.
Avonworth takes that time out. I'm surprised there, Matt.
I think settling down the defense.
Yeah.
Quaker Valley's had 2 good looks, and they've almost got 2 lucky calls on the 2 offensive charging calls, which were offensive charging, but you're not going to get that call again, I can't imagine.
No, I don't think so. Wow, what a game. 52-44, 8-point game. They're matching their largest lead here right now are the Antelopes.
Quaker Valley had the largest lead of the game at 9 at one point.
Yep.
But that quickly evaporated.
That was at the end of the first half. And the Antelopes
were able to cut the deficit to 7 at the break. And then busted out for 9 of their own to begin the third quarter.
All right, here we go. Buckle up, 1:45 remaining, 8-point game.
And Quaker Valley up the floor. Cross the timeline here to the near side wing, controlled by Tyler Garvey. To the far side, intercepted, taken away by Galoob. He going to the rack, misses the layup, rebound taken away by Quaker Valley's Tyler Garvey. Garvey to Fondy, who's fouled. And an on-the-court foul that will be Avonworth's 5th. No shots, as you thought maybe going up. Could have Fondy gone up for that and earned the shots at the line? He could have, but whistle blew before he was in the act of shooting. So Fondy to trigger it in from the baseline with 1:29 to get it into Taylor. And a foul is quickly called, which will be Avonworth's 6th. And you can't like that thinking there is...
That's draws. And now the next foul puts Quaker Valley at the line.
Quaker Valley needs points desperately, and Fondy on the fadeaway misses the shot. Rebound underneath to Galoob, and now to Zubik. Zubik up ahead to Draw, who gets it away back to Zubik, who enters the forecourt. And a foul quickly called with 1:08, and it's going to come down to foul shots, which ironically enough was how this game started, as we played almost 2.5 minutes of basketball where we saw no shots from the field made.
No.
It was 5-5 with 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. So Eric Galoob at the line, the 6'2 senior forward, makes the first of a 1-and-1, so he'll get another.
And it matches Quaker Valley's biggest lead of 9. Trying to make it an even 10 here.
Set and shot. It's good. Largest lead of the night for either team at 10. 54-44. And you have to, as they'll wait to inbound this one, and you have to assume Taylor's going to take a 3. Sure enough, he does, but misses. Rebound underneath, lost, and out of bounds, loose, out of bounds off of Quaker Valley.
Avonworth ball.
Little frustration from Quaker Valley after that call.
Out goes Galoob, in comes Hughley for the Antelopes.
58 seconds left. Avonworth 58 seconds away from a share at the section. And a shot is up and good by Jamal Hughley off the inbound. It's a 12-point advantage for Avonworth. Outside, pull up Jay, missed. Tip back out, chasing it down was Fondy, who is fouled, and he's going to shoot 2. Or, I beg your pardon, he's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1.
1-on-1, yeah, it fouls on Joyce.
With 42 seconds to play in regulation. And that will send Chris Conlon to the line, the 6'4 junior. .7 seconds. Conlon's first is good, and he'll get another.
And that's what Quaker Valley needs now is points without the clock running.
And Avonworth to miss some foul shots here.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know they're going to be fouling.
Second one good by Conlon.
Out goes Galoob. In comes Zubik for the Antelopes as they inbound the ball. Hughley standing all by himself, nobody around him, waiting for the foul. Nothing's coming.
They give it into Draw. Draw lost the basketball. Taken away. Dish inside. Shot missed. Put back not. And a rebound by Zubik. Great opportunity from Quaker Valley, and they couldn't take advantage. And then a foul on the other end, and it was while in the act of shooting, so 2 shots for Avonworth. It's Adam Joyce to the line.
And the next foul now for Quaker Valley will put Avonworth in the double bonus.
26.7, 56-46. And a missed shot there by Joyce. We'll get a second. And good on the second. Leads 11, 25 seconds. Taylor to Fondy to the far side wing corner. 3 on the way, off the rim, tipped back out. Loose basketball. It's going to be an over and backcourt violation. It has to be, and it is. As going back to get that was Travato, and he actually touched it first in the forecourt and then entered the backcourt.
No fault of his. He was good going after the ball. He picked it up right before the timeline.
Inbound gets in into Zubik. 10 to play. Intercepted. Pulled out. Foul with 6 seconds. It's a formality at this point. For the first time since 1974, Avonworth will earn a plaque that says section champions.
6.8 to go. I believe Marshall going to the line for Quaker Valley.
Trayvon Marshall at the line for foul shots with 6.8. Misses. Rebound out of bounds off of Avonworth.
5.5 to go.
And a timeout taken by Avonworth.
That will be their final full timeout. I think they, according to my calculations, they have 1:32 left, but I don't think that's going to happen.
So after the timeout, we'll have 5 seconds. And Avonworth will improve to 10-0 in the section, 14-3. Ironically enough, the only other game we saw Avonworth earlier this year on champs was one of their 3 losses. It was an overtime loss to Cornell.
Quaker Valley will fall to 7-2 in section and 16-2 overall. I mean, nothing to squibble about.
No. They should earn one of the higher seeds for a number 2 should Avonworth hold serve the rest of the way. Inbound is good. Marshall gets the bucket, and that will tick away our time. And our final score is Avonworth winning 57-48. The fans, students rush the floor because for the first time since 1974, Avonworth will get a plaque that says Basketball Section 6 Champions.
Wow.
They win it again, 57-48. Avonworth clinching at least a share of Section 6's championship. They just have to hold serve the rest of the way for the remaining 2 games in section. Big win for Avonworth, and they get it done here tonight. So we're going to come and we'll take a break, and when we come back, Al will recap things for you, and we'll get you out of here.
Toronto-like.
57-48, the final score. Lopes win it over the Quakers. Back on the Champ Sports Network for our post-game report. It's all served up by Panera Bread. Stick around, post-game to follow. Avonworth victorious here tonight. 57-48. Back here on the Champ Sports Network to wrap things up.
I'm Janelle Wright, a Panera Bread customer. I am the mother of 4 children, and I'm a professional violinist. After eating the breakfast power sandwich, I know that I'm fueled for the day and I feel satisfied. To me, this is the only fresh, wholesome option out there because the competitors have something that's processed that they're warming up in the microwave. What I love about the breakfast power sandwich are the wonderful ingredients. It's the all-natural egg, the Vermont white cheddar, and smoked ham on freshly baked whole grain bread. Something under 350 calories, and that's awesome. Panera Bread, make today better.
Welcome you back inside the David R. Williams Gymnasium on the campus of Avonworth High School, where the homestanding Antelopes get it done over the Quakers, 57-48. Brian Fadley will be very happy, Al, that this is a game where it did not feature an Indian or a bird or a tiger. It's one of those rare Lopes and Quakers. Either way, welcome back here on the Champ Sports Network. Our high school hoops game of the week turned out to be great, and just that, as Avonworth was able to pull away in the later goings to take this one once again, 57-48, the final score. Back with Al Lesh, I'm Matt Fargo. Glad you've made us a part of your Wednesday evening, a rare Wednesday evening, because all of the games last night were canceled and moved. Avonworth actually was pretty proactive in their scheduling of this game because it was scheduled already before yesterday when all the school was canceled, and they had a 2-hour delay tonight or today. And Avonworth, I think the Lopes basketball players that were out there on the floor definitely got good use out of those 2 extra hours of sleep.
Yeah, it was almost as if the Quakers got tired in the fourth quarter because the Antelopes, I don't want to use a pun or anything, but they just ran away with it in the fourth quarter. It was all Antelopes up and down the court, both on the boards and like I said, moving it up the court. Antelopes earned the win, and they showed why they're section champs.
No question. Let's take a look at what Mr. Lesh has scribbled down throughout this game.
Well, scoring went something like this. First we'll go with Quaker Valley. Leading the way for Quaker Valley was Taylor. He had 14. Right behind him was Fonde with 9. Then Conlon with 8. Following him up was Marshall and Travato. Each had 5. And then you had Garby with 4 and Bernard with 3, totaling 48 points for the Quakers. For the winning Avonworth Antelopes, leading scorer was Hughley with 17. Behind him was Gallup with 14. Then you had Joyce with 11. Drawl had 7. Zubik had 6. And Day had 2. And that was number 1 Day. I don't have his first name.
That was
Garrett Day. He had 2, totaling 57. And your final score was 57-48. Free throws, team-wise, Avonworth was 15 for 19 at the line, and Quaker Valley 11 for 14 at the line. Neither one of them, that's not too bad, but it was definitely one on the court, running up and down, and the Antelopes proved why they're Antelopes.
No question. And I mean, I have to say, though, I didn't see a huge difference between these two teams as far as one being able to pull away from the other. As far as if these two teams meet again, this could be a completely different game. The way that this game went, it went in favor of Avonworth, and if Quaker Valley has a couple more shots made and maybe some offensive fouls that aren't called, this game could have ended up differently.
The interesting thing was, Matt, these two teams are used to scoring a whole lot more points, and it was fun to watch them play and play through the frustration of the shot's not going down. You
Like
could
a
see,
Big East game.
Yeah, it was defensive battle, and then the shots they were taking, they just weren't falling. A lot of them rattling in and out. I mean, they were there. They weren't, bricks they were throwing up there for the most part. But they handled it well. Both teams. Avonworth came what can you say? Game.
Avonworth.
Exactly. And both coaches did a great job of keeping the game under control, keeping the players under control. And I like the timeout late in the game that Avonworth called that you brought up, Matt, because I was saying, why are they calling timeout? But that was a great timeout to calm his team down, saying, okay, now we have to go play defense. And that's exactly what they did. They just forced Quaker Valley to shoot from the outside and take that low percentage shot. And like I said, the Antelopes were controlling the glass at that point. So that's great coaching.
Congratulations to Dan Bradley and the Avonworth Antelopes winning here tonight and winning at least a share of that section championship. Taking a look at how things will play out the rest of the way. Quaker Valley again falling to 16-2 on the year, 7-2 in the section. Coming up next for the Quakers, it will be a hosting of the Southside Beaver Rams, then on the road against Northgate before returning home for senior night against Freedom, and then a non-conference game to end the season at Katanning. So all games, other than excluding the game against Katanning, all against teams that they've already beaten this season. For Avonworth, improving to 14-3 overall, and as we mentioned, an impressive 10-0 section record. They now will have a non-section opponent. They'll travel to Chartiers Houston before headed to Southside Beaver, and then returning here to host Northgate for senior night, and then one more game on February the 10th. They'll go to Shady Side Academy to conclude their regular season. Both teams well in lock for WPIAL postseason bursts, and I would have to assume Quaker Valley making one of the highest number 2 seeds of six
playoffs. That would really be fun, because this was an awesome game. It would be fun to see them play one more time.
It would, and still got a lot of basketball on the network this week. 2 more games and 2 marquee matchups on Friday night. It will be North Allegheny hosting Hampton in a battle for section there. Both of the Hampton has lost to Newcastle. Hampton beat North Allegheny by 1 point at Hampton. So this time Hampton has to travel into Tiger Country to get Alberts, those fighting game earlier this year. So that game at North Catholic. So Cardinal World North Catholic, I beg.
Cardinal World, yes.
Cannot get that messed up.
But that's a fun team. They can run and gun.
So a lot of basketball for the Champ Sports Network this week. It's a pleasure, as it is always.
Again.
Yes, I know.
We'll have to again.
So I'm sure we will. For Alesh, Emily, thanks for all saying. This has been a portion of the Champ Sports Network. Champions are heard. Your final, David R. Williams Gymnasium, 57-48. It's a party in Lope Country here tonight as they defeat the Quakers. Good night, Avonworth.